Everybody, welcome inside of the show, the one and only Sean Agatep. Sean, get in here. Get inside this show.
You good?
Whoa.
Video? Good audio?
Good. That feels
okay,
good.
Cool.
Are we good? Okay, I think we're good.
Very good. Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah. The big reveal. The big reveal.
The big reveal. It's working now, my man. Sean, we appreciate you making the time and coming back to us, brother. Okay, we've got to get the details. We've got to get the details on this. Man, tell us about starting Vincero, making this big bet. And man, I have heard that you up and moved to China in order to make this thing happen. Is that true, man? Give us the backstory here.
The rumors are true. The dinner party stories are plentiful. But the long story. I moved out there with my best friends from college, and we're the same ones that run Vincero together. It was cheating the way we did it. We basically graduated in 2010. The economy wasn't the best for business majors, so we did the next logical thing and moved out to China and basically failed at starting businesses until something stuck. So got into product development, sourcing, manufacturing. We taught English on the weekends, which as 22-year-old business majors, you were more than qualified to do, obviously. And Vincero started on Kickstarter in 2014, and we've been running it ever since.
Bro, that is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. In hindsight, it was a little aggressive. I know my parents weren't too stoked when we were all buying one-way tickets out to China, but the hack of it was it was just your best friends that you were living with in college anyway. So like you just had second college. We just like up and moved together. None of us spoke the language. One of our buddies had studied abroad in Shanghai and kind of knew Chinese, and so we all were just kind of like figuring it all out together. And yeah, that's how it all started.
That is hilarious.
Would you recommend this for all college graduates as they leave?
100%.
100%. Tell us more, bro. Tell us why.
It feels like such a different chapter in life. Like even emotionally, I'm like removed from it. Like all these stories just feel like just a different chapter. But if you can think about I haven't had a real job before. We moved out there and we just basically started like figuring stuff out as we go. So our professional careers started by just like Googling stuff and figuring it out and having meetings and talking with people. But it was a really cool experience. Having the network of your friends was extremely impactful. And then now we're all running businesses together. So like we're very fortunate that we've been able to make it through this. And also that we're all still best friends. I think that's the coolest part of it, because you just hanging out every day with your best friends, building businesses.
Wow. So let me just summarize here to make sure I'm getting this. Man, you guys, you picked it up and went. You're teaching English. You're literally figuring out Mandarin as you go. Yep. And you're sourcing products. You're trying this. You're trying that. Things don't work. You're like, well, I'll just keep teaching English and probably like finding manufacturers, like figuring out how this whole thing works. I mean, brother, did you ever, here's the main thing that I would be like scared of. It's like, I don't know the culture. I don't know the language. I'm going to get over there and get into some big business deal and I'm going to get tricked. I'm going to, I'm going to miss something in the contract. Or, I mean, did you have any like fears or any like stories around that? Did that ever happen?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of layers to that. There's a lot of stories there. We we did everything from we tried to develop like an anti-hangover medication. Obviously at 22, 23, that was a priority. We imported American wine into China, which was directly correlated to the anti-hangover formula. We got into trying to like help Chinese citizens repatriate to the US by investing in US franchises. Like we did, and we found ourselves in these conversations where even like we were offered distribution rights to seize candies and opening up stores in certain parts of southern China. And this just feels like a bad idea because we should not be running this. We were not qualified to be able to do this. So that's grandstanding a little bit. It wasn't as like intense of that, but yeah, I mean, we're in discussions with the guy who had franchise rights for Seas Candies and needed some foreign help running those stores. And then we're like, wait, we're just going to be like 24 years old working at a See's candy store in Guangzhou. Like, what am I doing here? Like,
what am I doing? What am I doing?
So, I think in hindsight, the emphasis on product development, manufacturing, and launching the brand on Kickstarter ended up being a good choice.
Yeah, that was the.
Could you kind of walk us through that Kickstarter launch? Because you can't just, I mean, you can, but you can't just really just upload a product and fingers crossed and okay, we're going to hit our goal. Could you walk us through kind of that development of that Kickstarter campaign and how you guys eventually just blew this thing out of the water?
Right. Well, that's actually what people were doing at Kickstarter at the time. Is people were just creating cool marketing videos. This was 2013, 2014. And then the whole thing of like how they would make it, it was like, we just talked to suppliers and they said that it's going to be ready in 30 days. And so that's how it's going to work. And so we were out there sitting there like, dude, that's not how this works at all. Right. Like we're 20 minutes away from where all of this is made. This is like, we're at a unique advantage to where like, if we already know how to make it, we have an advantage of being able to develop a product ourselves. Let's just use Kickstarter as a testing platform to be able to figure out the messaging that sticks and resonates with the audience. Let's see if we can make enough money to fund a production run and then start our own brand from there.
Oh, I dig that. And
that's pretty wild.
That makes so much sense too, because every Kickstarter that I've ever signed up for, like the product comes like a year later.
Or it doesn't come.
Right.
Or does it come?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you, I mean, obviously you found a winner and you got the first run here. I mean, gosh, Sean, what are we talking, man? I guess we're talking like 10, 12 years later now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a while. Yeah. We didn't think we'd be running this long, but honestly, the product category is fun. We're making cool gifts for dads, which my partners, we're all in the same stage of life. We're making stuff we'd like to make. We're essentially approaching it as like men are so difficult to gift for. And
exactly.
Are you hearing this dog in the background, or is that just me?
Just a little bit. Just a little.
He's just riled up.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
All good.
Yeah, go ahead. I find this interesting because I bet that they have not always been locked in on gifts for dads. I would think that this has been a significant pivot for them. And men are just classically, they're like hard to shop for. They're classically hard to buy for.
Also, Sean, you've been in e-commerce for 10 plus years. You've seen multiple iterations of what is e-commerce.
Right.
Like you were around when it was $3 CPAs and where everybody's just popping. Less. We don't talk about those times were and so, I mean, talk me through this, how you've evolved and how the business has evolved, because you've just been, I mean, you've weathered so many storms at this point.
Yeah, we are at this point kind of the salty dogs. And whenever we go to these like conferences and these trade shows, it's more of like, yeah, man, we're kind of those guys now. The iterations and the versions of the brand. I mean, we started on Kickstarter, so we got that funding, and then we hit the Facebook wave when it was still Facebook and it wasn't Meta. And then, like a lot of people, we kind of got kicked in the face in like around 21, 22. That forced us to really evaluate, like, okay, what community are we attaching ourselves to? What is the branding, the messaging? Because I think we also previously we were an in vogue product. Fashion watches were hot. It was relatively easy to not only reach customers, but like you're in a category that is popular. So when that popularity fades, how do you like weather that storm? So we actually had internal conversations for a bit. It's like, where do we take this brand, right? Do we go performance? We can't really go like legacy and prestige and like top of market, because I don't really want to deal in that range, right? Like I don't want to be like, we don't want to do that. Do you go like rugged or tactical or anything else like that? And then we were kind of sitting around and it was like, we have an infinite amount of drawers of watches in our respective offices, right? Like we just have every single watch made, but I realistically wear 3. One that I like, one that's the new style, and then one that like is engraved, that it has personality and like sentimentality behind it. It's like, because that has that meaning for me. And that was sort of the kickoff of like, okay, well, already this is a great gift. Let's hit on that sentimentality and let's just make the best gifting experience for men of our age.
Wow. I think is super smart.
That yeah. I mean, I think that's the absolute home run. I think there's another brand that I think about that kind of did the through line for this, and it's in Chris's backyard. Yeti kind of just pioneered the whole gifting. It's like one of the best gifting engraving experiences. And for you guys to crush with that, it's so perfect. And I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you are doing birthstone pendants for dads as well.
Those are doing really well. Yeah, jewelry jewelry's hot. We've got a second wind within Vincero. It's cool. The idea was that, like, I don't know. First off, from the jewelry side of things, turns out it took us 10 years to realize that religion is a thing. And so so these religious pendants have been taken off. And then for when you go after the whole gifting segment and for dads, birthstones is a cool idea, but no one has really done it right. So we just approached it that we just wanted to make it a cool gifting experience.
Wow. I like this point, Sean, about engraving. There's I don't wear watches, but there is one watch.
Well, we got to send you one.
Well, I appreciate that. I
like the way that wrist looks on camera.
Yeah, there we go. There is one watch that I will wear. And like if I'm going to a fancy thing or whatever, I'll put it on, and it's like you pointed out, it's the one watch that I have that's engraved. And it's like that's what I go to put on, because it's got it like commemorated like a special time and place and thing. It's like, let me put that thing on and fancy this up a little bit and be the belle of the ball as I go to this said event. I think that's a really smart thing about engraving. I wonder this too, Sean. Men, they're classically hard. They're hard to reach. They're hard to get back. But when they do find a winner, they do come back. I mean, does the engraving or anything that you guys have done just netted like increased LTV? Or it's like, we're like, this has helped us get people back, or get the wives or the moms or the significant others who bought for them back? Is anything netted out for you there that you feel like has been an unlock for you?
Yeah, I think that's a huge unlock for us, right? There is, if you can attach that sentimentality, and there's only a few milestone moments within someone's life where like those engraving moments make sense. But like, if you can capture how important that is and successfully deliver that on the customer experience and blow them away, you've got customers coming back. We also have a lot of limited editions dropping where, there's cool custom colorways within watches. There's the scarcity side of it. There's only 500 made. So there's a lot of ways to build this brand that's fun and not like a mass market appeal, and more of like, let's just make this a very cool, sentimental, unique, modern men's brand.
That's awesome.
What's next for you guys? I mean, is there any products that you haven't really explored yet that you want to, that you're kind of flirting with right now, that you have and you're just like, oh, I'd love to just launch this bad boy?
We've developed a few different product categories, and honestly, I think it's more at the stage of life we're at where less is more, and it's more of an opportunity selection. And like, we don't need to go after leather goods. We don't need to go after all this other stuff right now. Like, let's just go where the easiest wins are and not get over our skis at all, and just be okay with that growth and not try to like conquer the world all at one go, because this is still a fun brand that we're going to be running for a while. So you might as well get this product category solid. And then we've explored other ones, and there are ways to build those out, but it's just that opportunity selection, right? Like, do I have to do this right now?
Yeah, totally.
Sean, tell me about Higher Title, because I think this is something else you and your friends dabble in and have launched here. And I would think probably being international, for a significant amount of time, like running a D2C brand, I would imagine this is where Title is born out of. But tell me about Higher Title.
Yeah, Title, we just help you hire specialists across data, finance, and engineering roles, and we just help you hire them globally so they don't bloat your payroll. It did start within Vincero. I think the simplest and easiest way to manage and scale a team is to be able to pay people more than their peers, right? So the only way to do that, if you're not a VC, like, you have to be able to prioritize certain roles. When we did that internally, focused on paying our best people the most so they wouldn't leave. You had to figure out this gap of like, okay, but I still need this stuff done. How do I actively do that? You still take that same mantra and that same mindset. And it's like, if you hire people globally, you're just competing at a different price range. So instead of hiring, someone, if you're looking for a role between 70 and 90K, that same role is available in Argentina for 30 to 40K a year, and you're getting more experience, and it's a role that plugs in and functions. And it's what I would call a lot of these roles are like revolving door roles, right? Where they're that mid to junior level where you take 18 months to hire or 18 months to onboard them, you get them ready. After a year or so, they age out of the role. Then you've got to rehire them, and ironically, you need the most stability in those roles. So it's like, all right, if we can just go after and hire these people globally and find that stability and pay people really, really well offshore, have them super appreciative of the opportunity. That's just the best of both worlds.
What are you seeing as the most popular roles right now?
So the finance is super popular. I think with AI and a lot of we've gone through this like arc now that the past few years, everyone realized that, I should probably be in charge of my financials, and like this money isn't going to come from anywhere. So now it's like, okay, now this is kind of standardized and leveled out, but I don't want to be the one doing it. And like, I just need someone that can kind of help and backfill my responsibilities. Those finance roles that are in between marketing and accounting, someone that can help you scenario plan with FP&A and everything else like that. And then data and engineering roles are obviously super popular. But a lot of this stuff is just cool because we're diving real into high agency, right? And just finding those global hires that are able to be like, yeah, I'm a logistics hire, but I already know AI and I'm studying Claude and Cowork and everything else like that. So you're like, oh, great. Like your role is actually 4 roles. I don't want to be the one fixing and tinkering all the automations I just set up. I need someone to help me, right? Like I think that's what no one's talking about. Is it's a builder's paradise right now in e-com. It's really fun to build, but then once it's built, the last thing I want to do is deal with it when it breaks, right? And there's not as much value of me dealing with it. So like being able to backfill that role with someone offshore that can handle that and can kind of deal with the plumbing, that's what you need.
Wow. Oh, that's sharp. That
is sharp.
There. Builder's paradise, but
builder's paradise.
You need somebody in to come in with a hammer after that thing is stood up.
Fix everything I've built.
Fix everything I built in a wonky way, maybe. Sean, man, we love your story, brother. We appreciate you coming on and making the time to join us. Man, tell everybody where to find the next gift that they need for Dad with Vincero. Tell everybody to find their next great finance hire internationally with title. Tell everybody where to find and follow you.
Yeah, so we just launched Factor X, which is our latest watch drop on VinceroCollective.com. If you ever want to talk global hiring, you can just reach out to me directly, or just reach HireTitle.com. And I'm around. I don't know. I'm not good at plugs. I'm just the ops guy.
Well, we appreciate you being awesome. The ops guy and moving to China many years ago to make this thing happen, Sean. It's inspiring to us all. We appreciate you coming. Look forward to having you back, man. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Nice